We're beefing, we're cool, we're beefing, we're cool, we're beefing, we're cool. I don't care. Hi guys, this is Crave Indie and welcome back to my channel. So this story time is about the time this man tried to play my face. Like literally tried to play my face. And I showed him that I was the bigger player. But anywho, so if you guys watched my one story time, it was about the story time where I went to LA with my friend and his cousin and he did some weird stuff in LA. So this is about him, and if you guys did watch that story, you might listen to this story and be like, how did you even end up in this situation? Like, and it's a long story, and I'm sorry to tell y'all, but none of my stories on here are ever going to be in order unless I specifically tell a story in order and be like part 1, part 2, part 3. But no, so we're gonna jump ahead a few different incidents, and we're gonna get to this incident when he tried to play in my face. I can't really remember what I named him in my first story time, but we're just going to continue to call him this name that I'm about to name him, which is Boss. Okay, and I'm not calling him Boss because he was a boss of anything like that. He wasn't a CEO. We're just gonna call him Boss, okay? I'm not even hating. Maybe I am, I don't know. But anywho, because he did some foul shit, but anyway. Well, he says, anywho. We're gonna fast forward and skip some things, so this might not make sense, but it doesn't have to make sense. You're not gonna disrespect me and think I'm just gonna allow it, okay? And he would do a lot of weird things, and like, we're not even gonna get into those story times because we're not there yet. Well, technically we are there because we're skipping over it, but anyhow. This is my page, I'm gonna do it how I want. When we first met, I was in the process of moving out of my apartment, and I was about to move to another city. And everything's going well when and like I told you on the first story time, he was spending money. You know, I don't do a man who don't spend money. He was just basically being supportive of me moving and whatnot, but even though he just kept mentioning like,
oh, I'm about to move into this 4-bedroom house. I want you to come, blah, blah, you can have your own room, own bathroom.
At this time, we weren't dating or anything like that because he had done something else. What did he do?
I was dating.
Something stupid, I don't know, I can't remember. But at that point in time, I was like very clear on God is sending me my partner. So if this person is doing X, Y, and Z, then this is clearly not my husband. So I can say at that time, maybe I was breaking up with him for like low-key. It wasn't even anything. It was disrespectful things. It wasn't just like, oh, you said something or you came over late. He was talking to females. He was a very friendly person, and his excuse was,
oh, I haven't been in a relationship in a long time. So, you know, don't hold that against me.
That's what he said. If you guys watch the other video, that's what he said when we were in LA. When he grabbed the girl's hand and pulled her right in front of my face. Like, oh,
I haven't been in a relationship the whole time. I kind of forgot.
That's what he said in LA. Like, first of all, I drove 5 hours down here. You gonna tell me you forgot that I'm around? I'm here, like. But I ignored that red flag because red flags look like green flags to me, so. And this is why I got in this situation. At this time too, I was just starting college. I was moving out of my apartment and I was also starting college. And right now I'm in college for graphic design, but at that time I was going to school for we call it medical assisting with phlebotomy because I want to go and be ultrasound technician, and that's like, oh, you need to go just do that first or whatever. So I was going to college for that, and I was just starting or whatever, and he's like,
you don't want to have to pay tuition and pay your bills and all that good stuff like that.
I'm just like, you're right. Oh, and my car had just broken down too. I had a drop top Audi that had just broken down. It wasn't working. So like literally, I don't want to say stuff was going bad in my life, but it wasn't going as great as it could have been. So he was just like, you know, you're starting school, you know, I don't want you to have to worry about all of this stuff, and you know, you also got to worry about getting back and forth to school and stuff, because he was letting me drive his car or his rentals or whatever. And you know, that was helpful. That was very helpful. And he would drop me off and pick me up to school. So he really did a lot to help me, but he just had some flaws, like we all do. So I'm like, I was just really hesitant on it because I really did not want to move into that place, because not only was it a 4-bedroom, but it wasn't just gonna be me and him sharing the house. It was him, his cousin, his best friend, and his best friend's girlfriend. So it was 5 of us living in that house. So So I'm just like, I didn't want to do that at first. Like, I like my own space. I like to be able to walk around freely, do what I want. I don't want nobody in there doing little stuff that I don't like. You know, I just want my own space. So I'm just like, I'm thinking about it, but I'm like hesitant on it, like real bad, real bad. At this time, I was working at this school and I was doing special education. But I was all the way in Tempe, so I was looking for apartments in Tempe. If I would have moved out to Tempe, I would have been like super far from him. And like at that time, I guess he was still pursuing me. Not I guess, he was still pursuing me. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. So I'm looking for apartments. I finally find an apartment that's like kind of close to my job. I'm like, okay, I can do this. The rent is nice. I mean, it wasn't nice, but it's something I could do. So I'm like, I could do this. Like, it was a nice walking distance or bus riding distance because I didn't have my car anymore. So I'm like, everything's perfect. Everything's groovy. So the day that I'm supposed to go and sign my lease date, mind you, I got the no, I don't have the money order yet. I was about to go get the money order and I was about to go sign my freaking lease paper and get my keys. He calls me. He's like,
Hey, we got the house early. We got approved, and I really, really want you to come and stay. You can have your own room. You can have your own bathroom. Blah blah blah.
he's just making it sound so good. You know, he's like, I'm
And take care of everything. All I want you to do is just go to school, do X, Y, and Z. You don't have to do anything. Just build yourself up.
love a man like that. Love a man like that. And that's cool and all. That's cool and all. The problem with that was he wasn't doing it from just like a genuine place of help. And of course, you know, no one, I mean, there is some people out in this world who just really want to help you and see you make it, you know, but that is very rare, okay? He wanted me to be with him. And like, at first I didn't have a problem with it, but when he just kept doing stuff over and over and over, it's really hard for me to look at you the same way. I'm not looking at you with the same love and admiring gaze in my eyes. I'm looking at you with disgust. I kind of want to two-piece you up. You know, I'm not looking at you like that after you've like disrespected me countless of times. He was trying here and there, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I can hold a grudge and I am working on that. Jesus forgives 77 times. If he can, you can too. Why do you think you're better than Jesus? You're not. Hey Siri, what's the verse where Jesus says that we should forgive 7 times 77 times? Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times? Jesus answered, I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. So yeah, I was right the first time. We should be forgiving them 77 times. But how can you do that? Jesus, that's why I'm praying to be more like him every day, because so he would try, you know, he would do little things, of course, give me money, buy me things, let me take the car, whatever. And that's cool and all. And okay, and that's a problem too. Now that really is a problem. And that's where I know with myself, like, okay, girl, you're messed up. Because even though at that time I was saying like, oh, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with you. Like, I'm just living here. Like, here's my argument. When I moved in, me and him, we were not together. I moved in when we're not even dating. So like, he's not going to be like on that. That's what I'm thinking. Silly me. So all these things happen in between this time. We're beefing, we're cool, we're beefing, we're cool, we're beefing, we're cool. I don't care. At this point in time, so much stuff has went on. This is kind of narrowing it down to like where I'm like ready to get the F up out of there. Like, he has said so much, he has done so much, I have done so much. Like, I don't really belittle people with my words unless you keep trying to push me. So it was never that. I remember because it was in January and I was telling myself, it was January had just passed, and I was telling myself, I'm giving myself 3 months to move out of here, no less. And by the grace of God, I moved out of there in 3 months, y'all. 3 months from when I said it. At this point in time, I'm disgusted with this man. There's no going back. Like, we can't kick it, we can't keep key. And that's, even when I say that, that's a lie, because after I moved out there and I moved into my own apartment, I still invited him over a few times until like I didn't. So as you guys can clearly see, we clearly had history. Like, we dated, we talked, we broke up, you know. So, and we're living together. That's the problem. But the good thing was, even though we did live together, he wasn't there all the time. He traveled for work. So it kind of felt like we weren't dating. Like we weren't like, and plus we weren't. But off and on. So, anywho. So, I think this was like a fight night happening. I forgot what night it was, but it was like stuff going on. I forgot what was happening that night, but like we was having drinks. It was food and stuff over. Oh, it was like a fight night thing. I forgot, like the Mike Tyson fight. I don't know. But yeah, so he had invited me. Like he was trying to be sweet to me all day, like inviting me over. But just literally like the day prior, he had cussed me out and said some crazy stuff to me. And at this point in time, he was bringing his cousin into it. So he was like trying to like make his cousin dislike me or something like that. I don't know what it was. It was just so weird. So I'm just like, you're making it weird for me to stay here. That's why I'm just like, I'm about to get the fuck on, okay? So he had just did some weird stuff a day prior. So this day he's like, it's the game night, my friend was coming over because my friend was talking to his cousin or whatever. I put them on. And then, of course, his best friend and his best friend's girlfriend, they live there too. So he was just like, I wanted to all be like all three of us. And like, that would have been cool, but like, mind y'all, all of us, me, my friend, his cousin, him, his best friend and his best friend's girlfriend, all of us, we all hung out together before. We all had game nights in the house before. Like, we all kicked together before. Please keep this in mind. So he's like,
oh, I just want to be cool, Can we just have a good night here?
I'm like, all right, whatever. I mean, I'm not even like all whatever. Like, I still got an attitude because I'm like, I don't like when people do weird stuff and like they just try to come back like, no, that's weird to me. Like, stand on what you do and say, because I'm going to stand on what I do and say. Say what you mean, mean what you say. So I'm just like, I'm like brushing him off. I'm just like, all right, whatever. It gets towards the evening, but it's not dark outside. It's like still light, but it's like, it's slowing down, like, like 3 or 4 p.m. So during the day, I was all out there with everybody, and we take shots or whatever. We take shots, and, they're just chit-chatting, and they're just talking, because mind you, the fight hasn't started yet. So maybe somebody was playing a game or something, I don't know. So I go back to my room and I go to sleep. I lay down and I go to sleep because I'm tired. I'm in school, and at this time I was going to school from 6 p.m. to 11. I was tired, and then no. So I went to go lay down or something. So as I'm sleeping through the night, I get a text or something, or I wake up. While I look at my phone and I see my friend, because she's here, I see her say, girl, like, and she had texted me that like a few minutes prior. I get up, and I'm like sitting there for a second, and she texts again. She's like, he got somebody out here. And I'm like, what? Like, what? What are you talking about, girl? She's like, he got somebody out here. So I get up. And I wasn't getting up because I'm just like thirsty to go see what's going on. I'm getting up because I'm like thirsty to see what's going on. So I get up and I walk out here, and lo and behold, why is he sitting on the couch with a female? And it's cool because we're not dating at this point. My problem was I felt disrespected because, one, I live here. Okay? And I don't know if she knew that we talked or not. She probably didn't. But, like, I live here. Like, I don't care. You're trying to be... And I know him. He's a petty person. Like, he was trying to be petty and, like, bother me. But my thing is, like, I live here. And he told me straight up. He was like...
Oh, you can talk to other people.
Because this is when we broke up. This is when he was trying to be fake nice. Like,
hey, you can live here and still do what you gotta do. I want you to move on a second. Find the man that you think you need. Just don't bring him to the house, whatever.
I would never even bring a man inside, but he was like, not even bring a man to pick you up or none of that. None of that. So I just felt so disrespected. Like, you brought someone to the place I lay my head where all my things is trying to be petty. Because what if, like, y'all do start dating and then she find out later on down the line, like, oh, this is your ex and your room is right across the hall from hers? Like, come on, y'all. Come on. So I'm like, y'all want to take shots? And that's another thing that made it so awkward. That's another thing that made it so awkward. It's because everyone in here, we all kicked it together as like couples. So the fact that you have another female here, so everyone's looking around like at me like, Like his friends too, like his cousin and his best friend, like they look at me like they know what it is. Like, that's so weird. That's so weird and disrespectful. So I'm like, everybody want a shot? Mind you, Before he even came out, I think he was in the bathroom or something. He was somewhere in the backyard. And I had spoke to the girl. I said hi. No, he was sitting up there. I said, do you guys want shots? And she came over and I spoke to her. We introduced ourselves or something. So he wasn't with us when we introduced ourselves. And mind you, my girlfriend, she's standing right there beside me, and she's just like, cause this is weird. Like, are you for real, bro? Are you fucking for real? Like, even she said, like, that's some weird ass shit that he did. So she comes up, and you know, I'm not a weird person. I have no beef towards this girl. I don't know this woman. Like, why would I be mad at her giving her weird energy? So I'm talking to her. She introduced herself. I introduced myself. Okay, cool. He comes over with the guys a second later, and he's like,
Hey, Andy, did you meet my friend or something?
like, he literally says my name so he can introduce me to this girl. That's how I knew he was being petty, and that's just like, that's how I was like, oh, you got me fucked up. I'm like, yeah, we talked, we introduced ourselves, like, yeah. My girlfriend, she's texting, she's like, are you okay? Like, just chill, like, he's weird, blah, blah. I'm like, girl, it's cool, da-da-da. Like, what's wrong with you? Stop talking like this. So I'm like, I'm cool. It is what it is. Like, he's just being weird. Like, we're just basically going back and forth talking shit about him. So I'm like, I'm about to go back to my room. Like, I'm not about to sit out here and entertain this. Like, if you thought I was gonna sit out here and sit in your face, no, I'm not. So I go to my room. I get on my phone. I have a friend. He lives in Florida. He's a registered nurse, and strictly friends. And yeah, so I started texting him. I just started telling him like what's going on, because I've been venting to him like a long time about what's going on in this house. So I just started texting him, and I was just like, and he did X, Y, and Z, and he's trying to bother me, and he's saying blah, 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 blah. He's like, man, just come down to Florida. I'll book your ticket right now. Where am I seeing? I'm just playing, because he's not a scammer. He's a registered nurse, and he's also working towards his master's right now. Shout out to you. But yeah, he's like, I'm about to book it right now. Like, that's weird. So I'm like, bet, say less. I start packing my bag. I'm about to get away for the weekend. Like, you're not gonna disturb me and think I'm about to just sit around in it. And then like, she lingered around for a little bit, of course, because they were watching like the game or something. Sorry y'all, this light is bothering me. I really hope that I'm not looking cockeyed in this video, okay? I really hope. So yeah, he's like, I'm about to find you a ticket right now. So we're on the phone, and he's searching for tickets. I'm searching for tickets. I'm like, oh, I found this, I found that. He's like, oh, just get something, okay? So I just started packing my bag. I'm packing my bag. I'm not caring about nothing that's going on out there. My girlfriend, she comes to my room a few minutes later. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, girl, I'm about to get up through. Like, I'm not about to deal with this. Like, first of all, I don't care. It's just principle. It's just some shit you don't do. Like, don't be no fucking weirdo. And I said this to him. Anyhow, so I'm packing. Mind you, all this happened like probably 9-10 o'clock. Everything's going down at the party. So it took a few hours for us to even book a same night ticket, because at first it was going to have to be like, oh, I think you might just have to go to the airport tomorrow. We're going to book a ticket for tomorrow. But I'm like, I'm ready to go right now. Like, I do not want to sleep here. Like, I cannot. Even if I don't go there, even if I don't get on a flight tonight, I'm leaving. I'm going to the hotel. It's like, let me just keep looking. I don't care. I have good people around me. That's why I really, really do love and appreciate my support system and my friends that I've made and met over the years, because they come through for your girl, okay? They come through for your girl. Because something told me, even if I did have to wait until tomorrow, I still wanted to go, you know? So something told me, like, just keep packing. So I just kept packing. So I want to say like an hour or so got by, not even, like maybe 45 minutes, 30, I don't know. So just some time go past, and I hear them walking towards like the front. Now mind you, the way that the house was set up, our bedroom was literally across from each other. Our bedroom was across from each other, and we had a bathroom in the middle of us or whatever. I hear them go, I hear her little heels click clacking, and they go into her bedroom, in his bedroom, shut the door, I don't know, I hear some giggling or whatever. And then I don't know, it was just weird stuff. And I was just so irritated, because I knew he was trying to bother me and just piss me off. They go in the room for like just a little minute. It wasn't long enough for them to do anything, or unless they did a quickie. But they just went in the room for a few minutes, and then I guess she leaves. So I'm in my room. I'm still packing my stuff up. I'm not speaking to him. There's nothing that we need to chit chat about. And it's not because I'm mad. It's just because it's just like, you're weird. So, and he does this too. When he sees I'm not entertaining him, you know, he bothers me. So I think I walked out my bedroom, opened my door, and I went to the bathroom to probably like grab something from under the cabinet to take with me. And I don't know why, but he's lingering around our corner, like where the corner of our rooms and stuff is. So he's like,
What you doing?
I'm like, oh, nothing, I'm just packing, I'm just about to get ready to go. He's like,
Oh, where you going?
and mind you, he used to piss me off. He used to have like this real, he used to grin every time he was a really malicious person. I don't know. Like, he used to just have this grin. So he's grinning. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm about to go to Florida. Wait, did I say Florida or did I say I'm about to go to the airport? I think I said I was about to go to the airport. And I said, I'm about to go to the airport. He's like, what? You go to the airport for? Like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go to the airport. And he's like, what? Where are you going? What are you talking about? And I think at this point, he thought I was just playing. He thought I was just playing. He's like, okay, you mad or something like that? I'm just like, no, I'm not mad. I just think you're weird. Like, you're strange. He's like, what? Like, he don't know he just did. I was like, and after that, I started getting mad. Because I'm just like, you're playing with me and you try to play in my face. So I'm like, you're weird as fuck. Like, I would never do no weird shit like this to you. I wouldn't disrespect you like this. Let me stop cussing. I'm sorry, YouTube. I was like, I would never do no weird stuff like this to you. I wouldn't do that. He was like, you can do that. You can do that. I'm like, and he used to piss me off. He used to always have static for me. I swear, I used to believe that this man was jealous of me. One time, this man was just sitting next to me unprovoked, and he was like, I got more hair than you. You're supposed to be my man. At this time, he's supposed to be my man. Like, you fucking weirdo. Like, how weird can you be? So yeah, I think he think I'm just playing at this time. So I'm on my phone. I think I called, and he's like, oh yeah, I got the ticket or whatever. I'm like, that's all I needed to hear. At this point, I was like, I don't want to say I didn't talk my ish, but at that point in time, I really wasn't talking my ish. The only time I started going back at him is when he came at me repeatedly. And he really tried to hurt me like so many times, but I never took it low. I've noticed the men that I be around, they try to go below the belt and say whatever to hurt my feelings, but I have never went there, and I'm still never gonna go there because like that's just not my character. But like I've noticed that about men, especially the men that like I date. What is up with that? They play the nice guy, and then when they get upset or when I'm not acting the way that they want me to act, okay, so where was I? Where was I? Oh yeah, so he think I'm playing. He got this little stupid grin on his face. I'm pretty sure he was out there smoking. I know he was drinking, so he's high. He's crossfaded, but he's not that faded. So I'm like, no, you're weird. You're weird. Like, I'm mad because I just feel disrespected. I'm like, you're weird. And then you do this in front of everybody. Like, I wasn't just sitting in these people's faces with you. Like, this is weird. And like, I can't even be mad at his cousin or his best friends or his best friend or anything like that, because at the end of the day, they're loyal to him because that's his people. But like, weird shit's weird. So I guess he thought I was playing. So I get my Uber, whatever. My Uber's on the way. My Uber's like freaking 8 minutes down the road. I'm like, I'm about to go. I'm pulling my stuff out to the freaking thingy. He's like, da 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 da. I think he went back to the living room and he started talking to his cousin, like, and I know his cousin went into his bedroom, like, not to let me drive his car because you got a problem with me, not him, because you got a problem with me. You don't want me to drive his car anymore. That was the weird shit that he used to try to do. So I'm just like, whatever. So I'm just like low-key ignoring him because he's up in the front of the house. So I open the door because at this point my car is getting closer. So I open the door, I take my bag out, I close the door. I'm just about to stand outside because it's about to be pulling up. So he comes to the front of the house. He's like,
what are you doing? Just come inside. Like, where are you going? What's happening?
I'm like, I'm about to leave. I'm about to go to the airport. He's like, what? Like, he's in disbelief. He's like, I'm sorry. Are you mad about that? Like, I'm like, it's just I wouldn't do no disrespectful stuff like that to you. Like, I wouldn't even play like that. And he was like, but you said you wasn't coming to the thingy. Like, what you want me to do? Just sit out there all by myself? Like, what you want me to do? That's what he was saying. I'm like, I went to sleep. I was tired. That's what I'm saying. Like, what? So yeah, he just going. My Uber pulled up and like, that's when he was like, oh, you for real? And then he tried to say, he's like, I feel like you had this plan all along, because how can you just have this happen so fast? Like, I feel like you had this plan all along. I'm like, no, this happened directly because of your actions tonight, okay? If you wouldn't have did that, I would be waking up in this house tomorrow. I had to make it clear to him, this happened because of what you did, okay? I just felt so disrespected, and I said that to him too. I was like, I lay my head here. What if y'all started talking and she finds out It's just weird. And then what, y'all start dating? Oh, even though I planned on getting up out of there anyway, it was just weird. Like, don't play with me like that. So yeah, that's when he tried to play in my face, and I played in his face harder, and I got me a flight up out of there an hour later. Well, actually, it was like 2 hours, 2-3 hours from when it happened, but same night, I got up out of there, okay? Because don't play with me. Play with your mama, okay? But anywho, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching this story time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this as well. Share with your friends. Share with your mama, your sister, your brother. Share with somebody. If you guys share with a dog, do it. But please share it. I don't know if I have this feature because I am a small YouTuber, but they do have a new hype feature. I know about it because I know other creators get it, and I hype their videos, but I don't know if I get it. So if you guys see it, can you hype my video? You'll probably get it. Normally when I like a video, I'll see it pop up. So if you like this video, you'll probably see it pop up. So like this video, comment, and yeah, share. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And make sure you don't do it with no men who want to play in your face, okay? And yeah, when you see the red flags, don't think they're green flags, okay? See them as red flags, okay? Okay. Bye, y'all. Bye.